All right, guys, here we are for episode 3, season 1 of the Shannara Chronicles.
Yeah.
This episode was pretty good.
It was a good day.
Yeah, we got some things coming into their own. I really love the guy. This is like, side note almost. I love the guy that plays the leader of the roaming scoundrels, whatever they are.
Okay.
What are they called? Rovers? Ranvers?
They're called Rovers.
Rovers.
And I sat down with it for a minute because he had a lot of screen time this time.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, I'm going to fuck up one of these, but I had it down to a combination of 4 actors.
Okay.
David Harbour, Sheriff Hot Mess from Stranger Things. Eric Roberts of Eric Roberts.
Okay.
Mel Gibson.
Are you saying he's a merger of these people?
Like they all had a baby. A twisted, sick baby. And Kevin Costner, I think? Was it Kurt Russell? No, Kevin Costner, I think. Those 4 people together are that guy.
Okay.
A bunch of essential oils sweated off of each one of them, fed into a thing like in Junior, where they were spun in a chamber.
Perfect.
And they spat out this guy.
Centrifuge.
And Danny DeVito.
All right. I thought he was good.
I like him too.
I like
That's what I'm trying to say.
the girl, his daughter, still not doing it for me. I think she was a bad cast or something. I spend more time when she's on screen going, is that jewelry or a tattoo on her forehead?
You know
what I'm talking about?
I too am like fixated on the thing on her head, but no, I'm pretty neutral on her. But whatever, I don't know. I don't like how much time she's getting, and she's obviously going to be.
Oh, she's a main character for sure.
She's Meryl or whatever in this. I wrote down at the thing like, see it, ring, carry it to like safe home. Or
Lewis
like
plot,
whatever.
Lord of Rings.
Yeah, chosen one, Frodo, safe home, Mordor, whatever. I just wrote down everything. Magda, Magdadar, Sauron, like just exact. It's like okay, it's fine.
Yeah. So I'm getting the idea from what things were said that the elves like came back into existence or something, and that's what pushed the humans out and destroyed technology and did some craziness.
Okay. It seems like
because of how much our humans seem to hate the elves. No, they took everything from us. They came forth and they blah blah blah. Like something happened, and I'm wondering how long ago did it happen.
We're still having that timeline problem.
Yeah.
I feel like because like when the elven, so like we're just gonna jump into the middle.
Sure.
Obviously, there's spoilers. Why am I even saying that?
Spoilers galore.
So she's like addressing the council or whatever, and it's like cutting to all the people. Right,
and still saying how it's fantasy and bullshit,
and like you told us yourself that just, and then they like cut to a guy on like the council that's like older than the king, and I'm like, well, that guy should remember about the demons, right? What the fuck?
But potentially you would still never have seen them.
Yes, but still,
like
that's all I can go back to is yes, but still.
Like if there were no zoos, you've never seen an alligator,
Right, but if like,
and if you heard tale of a giant lizard, you'd be like.
But if like thousands of people died in the alligator wars when I was 40 and now I'm 80, I'd be like, that's probably a thing we should look out for. Or
people
something
deny
like that.
the Holocaust happened. There's
yes,
idiots everywhere.
But I refuse to believe that the Elven High Council are a bunch of Holocaust deniers.
I don't know. What else happened in this episode? So
you want to just go through the timeline?
We picked right back from where
I was so happy about that. I was literally afraid that we were going to have to go to some fucking quiet place and do some bullshit for a while, and it was going to suck or whatever. And like, we've had a few of those sequences of like, and I will now, like the Rita Repulsa moments when he's like, I'm going to unleash this demon now or whatever. And I was like, I don't want one of those. I just want to fucking start. And like literally, as if you had filmed it as just like turned the page in like the comic book.
Picked right up, and Will is now still like with his sword and the harpy
they're
thing
on the
is coming
beach,
at him.
It's happening, whatever,
So the druid hacks the guy's arm off, and I was like, oh, brutal. And then like
Totes.
while that guy spins in pain, cuts his head off.
Sick ass spin move. CG here is fine, not great. I was like, okay.
I like though how like the body gets like a death twitch, and that's what cuts him.
Oh, like cuts Alan on back. Yeah. Word.
I thought that was cool. I like that they spend so much time trying to heal him, and his magical powers just heal him anyway.
Yes. Let's talk about that, because that was the whole thing. Because we had just predicted, or talked about predicting, like, so something's got to, put him out of like commission or whatever the fuck. And so he's laying there, and like they get waylaid by the rovers, and everything's happening, and he doesn't have his mud, and I'm like, oh fuck, he's gotta get back there, and it like cuts back to him, I think twice, where he's like, fuck, and just like laying there, and I'm like, oh no, he's like, gotta go to sleep, fuck, and like they're not gonna get back in time, and they're gonna get back too late, and he's gonna be like, the sleep has overtaken me, you must do this, there's not enough time, or whatever, because he had this look on his face like, I fucked up, there's not enough time, I didn't train him enough, we're fucked, what do we do, or whatever.
I think because they got him in those druid caves, he was able to heal. Like that's
no, that's what happened. But I thought to like to heal, he had to hibernate again or whatever the fuck. So that created some tension for me, because like in the last episode he had just said to Aunt Pyrea, like, well, when the sleep takes you, it's over or something like that. So like the minute he was like, take me here, I'm like, oh no, already. Because sometimes that can be like unrealistic when like the old wizard is like, I'm gonna save you and now I die and you do everything, and he's like, I don't know shit, what the fuck? And I was afraid because like the way that it actually played out makes more sense.
Sure.
Because now he's like, holy shit, that was fucked. All right, we're all back together now. Let's go to phase 2.
I don't think we're actually gonna lose him at all.
Ever, you think?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Maybe there'll be a thing where you lose him for a little while, like at the very end of the season, but I think he'll be right back on season 2.
Well, so he has the ability, so like once they made this big sleep thing clear, I was like, oh, that, now it makes perfect sense, because you can take him out of commission to allow Will to have to do like the thing.
Sure.
Without ever having to like lose him as like an actor, character, or whatever the fuck, or like this is genius or something like that. But now, they're introducing more and more of like the cause last episode they started, we're like, you are the last of the Shannara, so like only you can do the thing. So I'm like, okay, only he can do it anyway.
You can definitely see how though a trained person like his father, who was like an expert Shannara or whatever, could totally change the tide of battle.
Oh my god!
Because Will, knowing nothing about anything, disintegrated a harpy.
Yeah.
So potentially that can be like a vroom, like a beam that kills 30 of those fuckers at a clip.
And I like the whole like magic takes its toll business, because you saw his
it burned his hand.
His hands are burned now, because that was what was driving my prediction that Al-Anon had to get taken out of commission somehow or something like that. It kind of felt that way, but also it was like, well, even if Will has to like power the like anti-demon ray, if Al-Anon's just staying next to him, like it's like too easy or something like that.
Yeah.
But no, it seems like it like spells don't take away from your MP; they take away from like your HP in this like universe.
Yeah,
it is like very like rough to like use magic and fight with it. So I'm like, this is interesting. I like this.
Well, yeah, I like it too, because I imagine if you use it at a certain degree, it could just kill you. Like, something too big. So like it's the definition of like use this sparingly. Like,
no, that's what I was thinking. Was
this?
like so like. Him like doing it and like trying really hard, like burns or singes or like and like his like Will's father used it so much that it like permanently fucked him up and all that stuff. So it's like, okay, this is very much like, don't just.
But potentially just fucked his mind, because like if you were actually doing something so crazy, your body would be riddled with scars, and people would be like, maybe he did fight in a war. He's covered in scars.
He looks like a lizard man.
Yeah. But that was interesting.
But that makes sense and is cool too, because like he says the magic takes its toll in different ways or something like that. And I'm like, I like that a lot too, because some guy might be like, that's fine, burn my hand, this is awesome, and it's like, no, for you it does this, and you're like, oh no, like my fucking pain weakness is like getting hit.
For you, it takes an inch off your kneecaps. You're like, I'm
say,
so short now, and like, just the legs. It's so weird.
It fucks with something else. Your blood just keeps getting thicker whenever you use magic. Oh my god, it's like maple syrup.
When our main elf lady, the Chosen One, finds out the rest of the Chosen One are dead, she doesn't take it well, and she, what happens? Then she goes...
Yeah, so, like, in the middle of this, right, so, like, the beach thing happens, he's like, I'm fucked up, they're, like, talking back and forth, take me here, whatever. So that's the whole diversion. The rovers catch him, whatever. I really liked, what does he say? Like eyes up here when she...
Yeah, what happened to eyes up here?
No, because, like, I wasn't like a huge fan of his and like the overall direction. I think like young Squire has to go get the lady from the waterfall while she's bathing and it's all awkward scene is very cliche or something like that.
Sure.
But turning it around in the very next episode where now he's taking off his thing, is like, what the fuck? And she's like, oh fuck. And like that whole thing, I was like, okay, like something about that was like real and like felt good or something.
I liked more about when he jumped into the water and you see like a microwave and bullshit bullshit, like
Okay.
the
Yeah,
modern
yeah.
pollution as he's like scooping magical mud.
Yes.
So like that kind of stuff, it makes me think even more about the timeline and the weirdness that it is Earth. So like
Yeah.
Earth had magical mud all along. Like
Maybe the magical mud is new because of like the magical whatever.
I wonder. I'm really curious, and I do hope they
I was
eventually
just gonna ask
tell
you,
us that.
do you think they'll even explain it? Because this is the kind of thing
I
where
don't know.
I think it's dangerous to explain it because that's the kind of thing where like leaving it open and mysterious, it could be anything. You know, it
They
could
might
be
have
great.
to, and I understand why you'd have to, but I really want to know.
I would like to like
really
I
wanna know.
would like a. Did you even get a flashback? Maybe.
Even if it's goofy and stupid,
Yeah.
I want to know.
I would like to know too, even just to use that to build off of my own like thoughts about the whole topic. Because
Yeah.
the timeline seems really strange. Because people should like maybe people's minds changed. I don't know.
No.
I feel like demons showed up and the elves had to like stop them and then exacted some sort of whatever on the people as like a you did this or something like that. Something like that, right?
How many years do you think it would even take? And it would be, I feel like hundreds of years before
Yes.
people are even making their own shirts.
No, people can make
You know what I
shirts
mean?
now.
No,
Yeah.
but like no one does that. Like
I know.
there's a limitless
What about
supply.
Etsy? Yeah.
No, but go to any stores. People when they're looting are not taking shirts. The people that survive will take shirts. Like there should be somebody in a like a flannel shirt. There should be someone in
Oh,
something.
okay. So you're not saying like people's ability to make their own shirts. You're
No,
saying
just
like
why would
what-
you?
Why does no one have like Adidas on their thing or
Yeah.
whatever? I know, especially if it's been because if it's been 30 years since since the Demon War and these people are still bitter about the elves and how they subjugated humans. How much before that were like the modern humans done or something?
Yeah.
Something must have happened. There must have been some magical thing that happened that caused something to change dramatically.
It had to have been magical because there should be more ruins too. Like
Yeah, there's like very sparsely
where are they
populated
that you don't
ruins.
see any buildings and bullshit
You think the ending season finale, Statue of Liberty?
or like a city?
I hope it's not the Statue of Liberty.
I don't know. Again, though, I'm very curious because it's just questions. All it is questions.
And like I've said before, like I really, really like the whole like this is Earth, and it's like the, way in the future or way in the past, and holy shit, you didn't realize that. But yeah, I don't know how they're gonna.
Do you think it'll be a
explain
play
this.
on
Yes.
like something like topical and like
Yes.
environmental?
I think we did it to ourselves.
Like
and,
we crossed two worlds together. Like we're using the Hadron Collider, and it collided our universe with another. And then some
And that one
bullshit
had
like
elves, and they were like the demons, but the demons are just pollution.
But that's
Ah,
why
that's
only some of the buildings crossed over. Only some of the blah blah. Like
Mandela effect. I have no idea.
it's probably Mandela. He was in prison.
And he died there and was an elf.
Yeah. Never saw the tips of his ears, did you?
Come to think of it, you've never seen both of the tips of his ears in the same room at the same time.
What else happens in the episode?
Well, it's like I was saying, they got he goes to get the mud. I hate her name too. Eritrea. Eritrea shows
Just
up.
say the thief, the princess, and Will.
The rogue, the red mage, the druid monk.
He's a blue mage, if anything.
Well, they are blue, but he's sort of he's like a healer that's now dabbling in like offensive magic, which in the like Final Fantasy canon is a red mage.
I don't play that game.
Okay. His eyes turn blue though. That doesn't make you a blue mage though. A blue mage would be the mage that got.
If you're blue and a mage, you're a blue mage.
That's racist. You can't just assume someone's
I can
mageness.
indeed.
Then they go into the rover camp. There's
Yeah.
actually a great scene here, which I want to call out, even though it's like something subtle or something. There's kids like teasing him, like
Yeah.
ears, fuck you, whatever. And he's like, fuck, quit it, or whatever. And like for no reason except to be cinematic, they like cut to a shot of like the over the shoulders of like the rover and like the rover king and the thief walking towards them, and they have the kids like scatter away. And I don't think they use that that angle again for the entire scene.
Why would they?
They just put that in there exactly for, to have this like awesome looking cinematic shot, and I really appreciate shit like that, because when we watch so much TV, even like good TV, a lot of the economy comes in like setups and lighting and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And they would just like, why would you bother with that fucking shot? You just have to establish that this is happening, and then cut from like cut to behind him, cut to behind them, just like two shots, and just have a thing. But they chose to do this whole like thing. And I was like, fuck you.
I like how he like, no, it's our friend. My daughter has less brains than she has beauty, or whatever the fuck he says.
Yeah.
And like that whole laying it on so thick. No, I'm your boy. I want you to join us. We'll take you in. We don't care that you're half elf, half human. You're too much human to join the elves. Too much elves to join the humans. Oh, but not here. Here, this is Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
What are we? We're a family. All that stuff. Yeah.
Grog.
Twink. Yeah. I know. And they laid like he laid that on really thick. His fake laughing when she comes out
was terrible.
So like they're at the camp for a while. Blah blah blah. He's like, you should join us. Come to the feast tonight. Oh, there's a feast. Fuck whatever. And meanwhile, what's her name? Amberly. I learned the names. I got it. Amberly is in the tent. She's still tied up with a concussion, and it's like, we're gonna fight though. Wait, wake up, bitch. Oh wait, I'm helping you, but I'm not. I don't know. And then she's like, fuck you. I'm helping me. You're not helping me. I'll help myself. And then she runs out with the knife and all that shit. And then the Rover King gets to pretend to be upset in this really weird, awkward way or whatever.
Those are those moments, kind of like when you're watching like the cop dramas, where you're like, bad actor, like, because I'm like that's terrible laughter. I'm like, is it because the character you're playing would do that terribly? Did you just do that blah blah? Is that so we know it was fake? Can you just not do a fake laugh? And my mind just swims in those moments.
I also swam on this roller coaster because you're like, did the director say faker? It's not fake enough. Make it faker. And is he an awesome actor because he can be that fake? I don't know.
Don't know.
It's like solving a Rubik's Cube underwater.
Just peel the stickers off. Put them back on.
Oh my
with the
God,
right side.
next level. Don't even put them back on. It's just solved already, no matter what happens.
Ooh, tricky.
That's brain explosion level Rubik's Cube cheating.
Brain done exploded.
So, we talked about the Fury already that shows up.
Yeah, he kills the Fury using his stones.
Stones.
Yep, you got proof that they work. You got proof that he's indeed the
Yeah, if there's ever any doubt that Alan was just blowing smoke up his ass, he actually activates them, and that's what they do apparently. They shoot out a pretty bad looking effect to disintegrate the harpy. It was just kind of like.
I wonder if that's all they do, or if they do other things too.
I really hope they do a lot of things, but I feel like that's what they're gonna do. Or he won't do anything else with them until he faces off against the big guy, and he's like, "This is what they do," and like whatever. I don't know.
Because you think they can? Because the druid can like force pull and push and this and that. I wonder if they enable just magic in general.
Yeah, if it's his catalyst. Or
well, I'm sure we'll find out probably a little bit more episode tomorrow, like next episode rather.
I know, because now it's time. I believe this belonged to you.
Yeah, they've been established now.
Fucking. No, I like the way it's all shaped out. I liked too. So Alnon shows up and like helps or whatever the fuck. The shit's not going well. The Rover King has who? Amberly, I think.
Yes.
And Alnon's just like, what's up? I woke up. Let's go or whatever the fuck.
I told you to go to blah blah
blah. I really liked that. I know it's like whatever the fuck, but I like his whole and even when he when Will wakes up and is like, I'm okay by the way or whatever. I liked that a lot. That whole thing.
Yeah.
Where he's like, stop being lazy, get up, we have to go. And he's like, I just came back from the dead or some shit. Like, what the fuck? My life force was drained. You had to like breathe on me with weird, herbs to save my life. That was great.
Did you notice the door in the tree the first couple times we've seen the tree?
Not at all. Thank you.
Me either. Yeah, I was like, was that there?
Was that there? Did that just happen?
I like it. I think it's cool, but I was like, what? How did I miss that?
So at the very end, she has to go claim the seed by passing the test inside of the tree. So she has to go, and all of a sudden, it's like Piglet's house, where it's just a big door at the base of the tree. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
And like, they never really show that angle before, so I guess it's fine.
Yeah, no, I accepted it, and maybe it's magic. I don't know.
And she walks into a floodlight and a smoke with shade, and goes into the tree.
More or less, yeah.
But yes.
And that's kind of where we left off, where she's going to get her seed, pass her test, go try to deliver it to get a new tree.
Yeah, to do the Lord of the Rings type quest.
Yeah.
So this is an interesting party that's forming up to take that quest. I'm looking forward to that or whatever the fuck. Sure.
Oh, we left off a whole thing. They meet a crazy kid.
You skipped a bunch of stuff, and I was just rolling with it. But if we want to go back in time, they stumble upon a farm.
Yeah, farm. There's a locked door and a noise in it.
Stuff. Yeah.
Everyone around it is gutted. And I was like, is that the demons like model? Like, is that what they do?
Makes no sense. And are there demons that we've never been shown? Because I feel like showing some demons and then assuming what they're doing is fine, but we've only seen the two Furies and the Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
And both Furies are dead, and the Shapeshifter's back in Albalon.
So
the elf
presumably
place.
this kid is locked up because he has visions, and they think he's a witch or something.
I don't know.
He has the same visions that our other girl, our main character, has.
Yeah,
like,
except,
except
she's dead in this one.
yeah. So
Do you think that's the Shapeshifter?
I think she sees things that will be, and he sees things that may be.
Ooh.
So like he has a chance of changing it.
Okay.
Because she's like, trust me, do this, and like you wouldn't say
Yeah.
those things if you knew what you were seeing is a fact.
And his name is Bandon?
Bandon.
Like, he was abandoned?
Kind of.
That's really dumb.
The whole thing was dumb because I think whoever filmed some part of it made like a change afterward because he was like
Yes.
a wild man in chains, and then he was like, "Hello, I'm the guy from Twilight." I was like, "Oh."
Well, and speaking of changing things later, they get back there. Will like says, like he fucking pieces out. I'm done with this shit. Hey, delivered, signed. I'm out. I'm on to the next fucking thing. I had shit to do. And he's like, really? Fuck you. And like, no, I'm out. What the fuck? And then this really weird scene where Bandon, who like left, to get like bathed and shit like seconds ago, suddenly they show him stopping Will because Will has to be stopped before Will can show up. But they're going directly there. Like it made timing wise and like flow and pacing wise, it made absolutely no sense.
Yeah.
And it's like, why are we talking right now? Why would I ever listen to you? What's going? Okay, I'm turning
But
around.
convinces him,
Yes.
and then Will goes and interrupts that thing, saying how there are indeed demons and bullshit, and
It's the council meeting that we were alluding
don't
to.
touch him. No one may touch the royal family. He's not our family. No, he's the lash of Shannara.
I literally was like, something about that exchange.
Let him stay.
Literally triggered me to be like, oh, like this is awesome or something
Triggered.
like that. No, like the good kind of triggered.
They're all good. Triggered.
This trigger won't require a warning.
What, the price of ammo? Who could
No,
afford warning shots?
Certain things make me go like
Yeah, you get souped, perked up.
Like if it was like, this is like a low level version of that, but it's the kind of thing where like you're watching Hercules and something happens and you're like, fucking yeah, like you get all like yeah or
Like
whatever.
when an episode you realize Autolycus is in it.
No, just anything with him in it
Yeah.
all. Yes, exactly. Or Callisto.
Callisto. Yeah, she was good, except for the end. When she became an angel, not as good.
Then she became a yoga instructor and stopped acting. That was the low point for me.
Mm.
We've talked about the address to the council. We talked about the fucking thing that they have to do.
I don't know if anything else of note happened in this episode.
I think, sadly enough.
But it was a decent
that's it.
episode, and the show is growing
This is
on
a good
me,
show.
and I'm totally gonna stick with it.
I feel like all the people who were talking about, like, people talked about this show and, like, defended it, and they were like, it was like, it's my guilty pleasure, I'm sorry.
I don't think it's that guilty.
It's actually pretty
Unless
good,
it
though.
turns, like, in a downward
Maybe.
spiral, which some shows do. They
But, like-
blow their wad of goodness in the beginning,
Yeah.
and you're like, oh, that.
But, like, if this is the 10-episode show, I
I
believe.
believe so.
Right, so, like, we're 3 in, so, like, what did you get, like, 6 in, and then it's bad, and now the show's bad? Like, I feel like if you...
Well, that definitely happens. Like, and I say this a
Yeah,
lot
sure.
about like miniseries.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, they like out of a 6-episode thing, 5 episodes are gold, and the last episode is so dog shit that I hate everything.
The show might be bad, but what I feel like I'm hearing is people who, like, gave it a chance and said, fuck this, or whatever. And I feel like the first episode was kind of exposition heavy, like I said, but I don't feel like you could give this, like, the 2-3 episode, like, college try and then say, I don't give a fuck. Like,
No,
I'm
yeah.
so giving a fuck about what happens right now. And maybe I feel the same way. Like, I'm like, ashamed of that. But yes, I'm eating this up. I like this a lot.
Oh yeah, we'll definitely see you for episode 4.
I love motherfucking magic.
Until next time, guys, don't die in a fire.